Novdec 2025 Core Mathematics Paper 2, Question 12. So let's begin with the A. So 12A. The gradient of the line passing through the points P and Q is 5. So these are the coordinates of the point. Point P, we have x minus 9, and point Q, we have 4.6. Recall that the gradient of a line joining 2 points is given by the formula y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So we need to identify our x1, y1 as well as x2, y2. So this is our x1, this is our y1. We have our x2, and we have our y2. So the rest is substitution. What is y2? y2, we have 26. What is y1? y1, we have minus 9. So minus minus comes plus 9 all over x2, that is 4, and then x1, we have x. This must be equal to the gradient of the line, which is 5. So we can simplify the numerator. 26 plus 9, we have 35, then 4 minus x. So this equal to 5. Now 5 can be written as 5 on 1. So at this point we can cross multiply and cross multiply. So 35 multiplied by 1, we have 35. Then we have 5 multiplying the whole of this expression, 4 minus x. So we have 35 being equal to, we can expand 5 times 4, we have 20. 5 by minus x minus 5x. We are grouping like terms. So I'm grouping all variables on the left, numbers on the right. So minus 5 to the left becomes plus 5x, and this must be equal to 20 minus 35. So we have 5x is equal to 20 minus 35. This is negative 15. Remember, we are looking for x, so we divide each side by 5. Now we are left with x on the left, and then minus 15 divided by 5, we have minus 3. So we have answered the I part, which says we have to find the value of x. So the value of x is minus 3. Now AII. For AII, we have to find the equation of line PQ. Now to find the equation of a line, we need two things. We need the gradient of the line and then a point on the line. So we are told that the gradient of the line, so the gradient, which is m, is giving us 5. So this one, we don't need any calculation. Then we need any point on the line. So we can select any of the points, either point P or point Q. Any of them will satisfy the equation. So in my case, I'm selecting the first point, which is P. So P, the x coordinate of P is minus 3. And the y coordinate of point P, we have minus 9. So this is our x1. We already know this, and this is our y1. Now recall that the equation of a straight line is given by the formula y minus y1 equal to m multiplying x minus x1. So let's do our substitution and simplify. We have y minus y1. So y1 is minus 9. So minus 9, that is plus 9. And this must be equal to m. M is the gradient, that is 5. We open a bracket, x minus x1. x1 is minus 3. So minus 3, we have plus 3. So we have y plus 9. We expand this bracket, we have 5x plus 15. So at this point, it depends on how you arranged it. So I want to equate everything to 0. So if that is the case, then I have 0 on the left. This must be equal to 5x. Then I transpose positive y minus y. I have plus 15 on the right. Then I transpose positive 9, it becomes minus 9. So I have 0 is equal to 5x minus y, and then 15 minus 9, that is plus 6. So I have 5x minus y plus 6 is equal to 0. You can also rearrange it in another form. It is also accepted. You can also arrange it variables on one side and then numbers on the right. So in this case, it becomes minus 6. So each of the two equations is accepted. Question 12b. So we have a table, and then the table here shows the ages of some children in a playground. If the mean age is 8, we are to calculate the value of x. We have transformed the horizontal table into a vertical table. So we are representing the age as capital X and the frequency as f. So all that we need is another column. I'm naming this column as fx, where fx means the age multiplied by the frequency. So let's start. 6 times 4, we know this is 24. 7 times 10, we have 70. 8 times 13, 104. We have 9 times 8, 72. And then 10 multiplying x, we have 10x. Recall that the mean age is calculated using the formula summation fx all over summation f. So this formula here must be equal to the mean, that is the mean age. So we need summation fx and summation f. So let's begin with summation f. So to get summation f, and it means that we need to sum up all the frequencies. So we have 4 plus 10 plus 13 plus 8. So this will give us 35 plus x. So that is summation f. Next, we also need summation fx, where summation fx means we have to sum up all the numbers under the fx column. So we have 24 plus 70 plus 104 plus 72. So this is 270 plus 10x. 270 plus 10x. So that is 10x. So with this, we can set up our equation. That is summation fx divided by summation f must be equal to the mean. So summation fx, we had 270 plus 10x. So this divided by summation f. Summation f, we have 35 plus x. This must be equal to the mean h, which is giving us 8. So 8 is the same as 8 on 1. We can cross multiply. So let's see. 1 multiply this particular expression, we have 270 plus 10x. 270 plus 10x. And this must be equal to 8 multiplying the whole of this expression. So we have 8 multiplying 35 plus x. So we have 270 plus 10x. Then let's expand 8 times 35. 280. Then 8 times x, we have 8x. So let's group like terms. Variables on the left, numbers on the right. So we have 10x minus 8x, this being equal to 280 minus 270. 10x minus 8x, we have 2x. 280 minus 270, we have 10. We are looking for the value of y, so we divide both sides by 2, here by 2. So 2 will cancel out, leaving x equal to 5. So we can conclude that the value of x is 5.